Hello, welcome back. Last time I got the 6 aliens and their 2 starfish out of this puzzle at the same time, and that was very satisfying. Cool puzzle to solve. Took a long time, but that's fine. Now, we're going to another place that could be thought of as analogous to this star world over here, but perhaps nastier and a little shorter. Well, fewer puzzles at least. What the heck is this? This is a puzzle I never solved in my original LP. Didn't understand it at all.
Cool. It's an alien cafeteria.
No, Virgil, this is a weapons production facility.
You're not serious, are you, Guppy? This is clearly where the aliens dissect their specimens.
Nobody can agree on what the heck this is. Okay, there's 1 starfish, 2 starfish, what? Okay, there are 2 starfish I can currently see. Schematic mode.
Look at that conveyor belt, Flounder. It's radioactive from the substances they use in their weapons.
Guppy, don't be absurd. Clearly, this conveyor belt is used to move living creatures through those lasers, so they come out on the other side as dead creatures.
It looks just like the conveyor belt in my school cafeteria.
I remembered that line. That's a good one. Okay, so getting this starfish simply entails pushing that out with something Flounder has access to. If I did this, that's insufficient because then that object is stuck here. So it's got to be something else. Okay, there's a lot of many things here. If this were lift, it can't be lifted. Can't be moved left or right. Okay, I think this is a movable object just so that... Wait. No, wait, these are also movable. No, it's more complicated than that. I was gonna say... Well, there are a lot of things I was gonna say. Okay, so this whole unit can move... This can move left 1. And back to the right 1. This doesn't look like it's locked in place in any way, except here. Okay, so that can move left and right a little bit. What can I do? Like, what even are verbs of... Okay, so those are separate. I didn't notice until now. What are they? Nobody knows. They look kind of like organic and a little gross. Okay, this thing... Right, of course, that's not part of this same unit. It just looks linked because of the lasers. It sort of looks like each character has their own separate part of the puzzle and they don't really directly interact. Okay, so in terms of exiting, this is a puzzle that I have to exit. In terms of exiting, Flounder's primary obstacle is this. I don't see a tool that would help him other than maybe this one, and that would have trouble getting there because of the radiation down here, and I don't know how I'd even slide it through there in the first place. How far left and right can this go? All the way?
Okay, Flounder. What about that little radioactive rock up there by the exit?
I was just looking at you.
You can't tell me
or
that's
this.
not raw materials for the aliens' ammunition.
So you go this way.
I'll tell you what that really is.
You go this way.
No one will be able to play this game after dark.
I think it's a leftover chunk of alien lasagna.
Lasagna? It's radioactive, Virgil.
At my school, anything with pasta is radioactive.
Virgil went to a bad school. Alright, so I can move this that far. I can move this farther than that. I can move this that far. There's something at the end of it. That appears to be the end of it. Other things I can do include lifting it slightly. I don't remember even, like, making a real attempt to parse this puzzle. Okay, so that's a locking mechanism for Virgil to, like... Actually, no. Why is that even there at all? Makes it possible to push this left by 1. I'm not sure what good that does. Virgil needs to put this down in this pit and then he can get out. Guppy needs this radioactive rock to move and she can get out. Flounder needs this pipe to move and he can get out. So those are the only obstacles in our way. Easy, right? Oh, you can't go up there. Oh. Perhaps if I lock this up, then... No, nothing's really going to happen as a result. I'll just push that back to the right. In fact, I can't get back to where I was. In fact, Virgil can't do anything anymore. So I already got Virgil stuck. didn't like move this too far. That doesn't affect traversal with the rest of... Oh, that does. Okay. So maybe no farther right than this, at least not yet. Alright, yeah, so like foods, harvested organs, or weapons parts. I could see how all three of those could be plausible to these characters. Well, I can't do anything here. Yeah, seems like the most... Okay, no, hang on. I'm starting to see some patterns, though. So I'm going to be passing objects back and forth between these two fish. Virgil's kind of on his own. Oh, look, it's this thing. My old friend. All four of those are separate objects, and this is an L shape on its side. And this is an L shape that's upright, as these things go. So, Virgil's job here, such as it is, would appear to... Oh, this is affected by the position
of... Starfish, then.
The egg beater?
The multi-spectrum sonic render?
No, it's a mechanical arm for manipulating radioactive material.
But it's also radioactive.
So it's an egg beater, like I said.
I remember hearing a bunch of these lines. I don't remember anything about, like, attempting to actually parse this puzzle. So if those go down there, what does that do for me, good or bad? It lets me push this. Okay, I could get Virgil out. Maybe I got as far as just a basic solve on this puzzle. I could believe that. I think these two can save themselves. Well, I've shown Virgil can save himself. I think Guppy can do it too. Sure, done. Okay, so Guppy's saved. Flounder, however, as usual, needs some extra assistance from someone somehow. Some fish has got to do something for him. Like what? How? Alright, so what can this object do? Not much. Basically nothing.
I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, you really should have. What were you thinking, Flounder? So, just getting a basic solve on this is not so trivial for him. He needs... what? What does he need? Once Guppy's put that object there, she can get it back, and there's a stack of stuff here. Well, right, I put that there. There's also a couple of things there and there. So, like, the basic thing that seems like it needs to happen here is a side transfer. I don't have quite enough, like, roof cover to get this through safely. In my estimation, what I want to do looks something like Virgil pulls this left, Guppy latches that on there, Virgil pulls it right, delivering this object to Flounder. Then I guess he hooks it up with this, and uses it to fork those off of there, and then he can get out. Okay, but I gotta fork twice. Once for but then I gotta get the fork out of there. How do I unfork? Like, I'd be happy if I could just get a basic solve here, and then think about the starfish later, because getting a basic solve would teach me about some of these mechanisms. I'm gonna press the reset button.
Wow. This room looks dangerous.
Yeah, I bet. Alright, so egg beater here could be taken off by... what tool would help with that? Could these extend out enough to support...
Look at that conveyor belt, Flounder. It's radioactive from the substances they use in their weapons.
Guppy, don't be absurd.
Dead creatures. Bad school, etc. So this back and forth movement. Who can do? Guppy can. And that's it. So I can move this right once with Guppy. I mean, Flounder's gotta be able to do it somehow. This object here is kind of weird. Okay, so I feel like one thing I really need to understand is how Virgil pushes... Hold up, I can do some different stuff here if I want. That's unjammed a mechanism, because when that slot's not there, then I'll still be able to lift this up sufficiently for that to happen. I don't think that helps me. Now hang on, I can also do this. Is that useful? No, it just pushes right back. So if I do that, then nothing. How did I get on top of this once? I guess because I was already up there, and I just fell. Then I could push this right. This is fine if it falls, but this is a secondary locking mechanism, so I'm supposed to use one of these slots, like this one or this one. In order to be able to lift that and then do something. What that something is anyone's guess. Oh, hang on, right, so I couldn't do this before because I wasn't slotted in there, but now I can go left. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I can get up here, I can pull this left, and okay, things are happening now. Doesn't look like I can do this a lot of times.
The gruesome slaughter that has taken place on that conveyor belt.
Flounder, stop trying to scare the crab.
I'm in a radioactive cafeteria. That's scary enough.
I'm not set up to get back on top of this thing, am I? Well, okay, but things are happening. Let's just, I'll just, like, ditch that object and not have to think about it. I guess I'll do that this way. Okay, that worked. So if I hand Flounder a fork... I guess I'm on Virgil's team as far as, like, what this is about. Hold up, I could have... I think I could have kept this reusable by pushing this left one before I do that. In case that ends up mattering. I have zero expectation that this is an attempt that will go anywhere good. Are there any slots over here? There are no slots over here. That's what that side of that thing looks like. I don't know how far left I want to go with this. Let's first learn something about moving it back to the right before I even mess with anything with Guppy. If I can manage such a feat. Not with this layout as it is. Oh, except somehow that worked out. Okay. That seemed kind of magical. I'd like to study this position in later attempts because this was useful. Alright, so this is a crab study. Yeah, he can still get himself out whenever he wants. Okay, so Guppy, you can do your thing now. I'm gonna push this right to and then ditch this here just because I don't want to think about it right now. Alright, so a fork for Flounder. Virgil brings it over.
See how the very same lasers that murder the helpless victims are used to sterilize the dissection tools?
Oh, Flounder.
This
Those
doesn't work.
lasers are used to charge the guns, and you know it.
This
I bet they use
does
lasers
not
to
work.
wash the dishes at my school. The jello they serve is too tough to wash off with water.
This has given Flounder some new abilities. Not the one I wanted to give him, but I got a different
to touch
one.
these paralyzing calipers which have incapacitated so many victims.
It's a gun, Flounder. As long as you don't point it at your head, you'll be fine.
I think it's pointed at
What
my
are you
head right
talking
now.
about, guys? It's just a fork.
Or is this the barrel? I'm kind of with Flounder. I mean, sorry, Virgil. This one down here. Kind of looks like a fork to me. Alright. So Cafeteria it is. So I wasn't able to hook this up the way I wanted to. It would have to be significantly farther over to the right for that to be possible. Could I have put it significantly farther over to the right? If enough other objects were in the way, maybe. How far left can Virgil move the conveyor belt? So if I go put it all the way against the peg, can he move it back? I really can't tell from here, so I'm just going to have to play this out and see what happens. No. Okay, I can't climb there. If this object hadn't been there, maybe? I don't suppose I can do something about that. I don't think so. I can drop that. That doesn't... That does help my cause. Oh, okay. So, Guppy, you want to just push a bunch of detritus in there and maybe something good will happen as a result? That's not quite what I wanted. Perhaps this is. Now it's blocking my hook. Can I unblock it? No.
Well, look at that thing up by the starfish then.
The egg beater?
The multi-spectrum sonic render?
The what?
No, it's a mechanical arm for manipulating radioactive material.
So it's an egg beater, like I said.
This is not working the way I wanted it to. And yes, I've also obviously lost the ability to save Guppy at this point. I'm aware. I've lost the ability to do a lot of things. And not gained any extra distance on the... No, I haven't gained any. And also, yeah, the hook spot still isn't there. So... this has to come... Okay, so how far over does Virgil push the thing? I at least can see the main mechanism here now. If this is maximum Virgil push... this object needs to be... I think 7 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your edge would have to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the spot where it just barely fits. Flounder would come over. Bring this down. Push it in there, in here. Pull it up. And then fork these off of there. I would have a problem... No, I wouldn't. The bottom of this is open. I just drop that and I'd leave.
I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, you should have. Why do you make such a silly move, Flounder? What are you thinking? And I need 3 more extra push relative to what I have here. So, those objects. Okay. So if I can wedge those in there... then I could at least get Flounder out and get a basic puzzle solve. Except I haven't saved Guppy yet. She needs to fork with this first. Can she still do that? I don't know what this object is for. This one I can't understand yet. Seems like it's some kind of secondary thing for... Oh geez, that's no good. Well, I can put this here and get this one over to the right in case that would help. What would that help? Nothing. Nothing at all. No, you're too tall is the issue. I don't want to put you in front. What would that do for me? Nothing. Where would I like you? So if I just dump you somewhere and forget about you, then I can use the fork slash gun slash... What did... other one think it was? Caliper? Yeah, I can just do that and then get this back. I've lost this object though. I don't know what I want it for though, so I'll be okay with losing it. Sounds reasonable. Alright, so just stick all that trash in here.
Oops.
Oops, ooh, yeah. Guppy, why'd you make such a silly move? You should have known better. This isn't gonna work. Why not? Various reasons. Are you sure? Not yet. No, hold on. I can just... Yeah, I could even push that down at the same time, this little mushroom. Slash dead jellyfish, slash... tasty alien snack. No, that's the wrong layout. I need you splayed out horizontally at the bottom. Is that even true? Hold on, do I have... Oh, I can't go down here. There's radiation. Well, I don't need to. Because Virgils. Yeah, okay, so I lost the mushroom. Did I get as much distance as I thought I did? Yes, I'm one short. Okay, as much as I thought I had. The position of this is a problem. This needs to be on the inside. Okay, so L shape goes to the right of those other things. How does it do that? Probably involving this object or something? And how would I do that? I put it here, and what would that do? I don't have a good sense for that. Well, it makes it harder to use this fork for anything. Perhaps impossible. Yeah. I can do that for
Flounder,
a moment.
What about that little radioactive rock up there by the exit? You can't tell me that's not raw materials for the aliens' ammunition.
If I tell you what that really is, no one will be able to play this game after dark.
I think it's a leftover chunk of alien lasagna.
Lasagna? It's radioactive, Virgil.
At my school, anything with pasta is radioactive.
So I don't have a plan here, I'm just messing around with moves to see if any of them do anything good, as you can probably tell, and they didn't. I don't think I want this. As far as I can tell, that seems unhealthy because I want this object. Unless the radioactive rock comes with me. I've had the grid on this whole time. Unnecessarily. It's a perfectly fine looking grid. Doesn't get in the way. I can put this to the right of you, and it's not directly harmful. Now you, fork thing, could go over top of the low-profile objects down here and end up on the correct side of them. Hold on, yeah, what if you did that? What does this look like just, like, right now? It looks like not enough room for that to fit through there. So no, that shape does have to go on the other side of the fork. So show me what this looks like. I can at least get the mushroom down, and that was the one I was having trouble with, wasn't it? Maybe this can still resolve. I don't really like having you down there. I'd like to ditch you. I think that might be possible.
Oops.
Falling hazards. I can do this. Okay, and alter the falling hazard a bit. Okay. This doesn't feel provably unhealthy yet. In fact, this looks fairly intentional, and I found a purpose for that object. Cool. Alright, radioactive rock dealt with. I can get through here. Things can return. Is that workable? Like everything that's going on here? It might be. I'd like that mushroom to move. It's not going to. Well, hold up. I could fork over here. If this is next to the... if this is on this side of the mushroom, it's no good. No. Don't like what's happening here. I'm gonna keep going, just to see what happens. But I think bad things. Yeah, no, that ultimately ended up with 4 wide when I need 5 wide. Mushroom didn't split apart at the right time. I can change where the lasers are. Does that affect anything of relevance? Maybe. It does. There we go, 5 wide. With enough space for hooking, maybe? No, it's 1 short of space enough for hooking. I needed these 2 to swap. Okay. Can I just do those in the other order? Oh, you're locked there. Well, I can unlock you. Right? There, unlocked. Sorta. Well, I mean, no, but, now you're in a different spot. Can I work at that different spot? I have no idea. This doesn't look good right now. That's because it's not. No, L shape doesn't go in after that. If I do this... that works, doesn't it? Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, I did it. Alright, is this a basic solve at least? I think it might be. Alright, and can I also, at the same time... is Virgil stuck? He wouldn't have been if a long, long time ago I had pushed this to the right by 1. Long time ago. Alright, well, sorry Virgil, you're gonna be stuck for now. I'll solve your problem much later, after I see if this does indeed solve Flounder's problem.
Oh no!
Did I fail to think far enough ahead here? Wait. No, this moved to the right is what happened. So he needs a left pusher. This is insufficient. Or Guppy needs to not have moved that to the right, but she also needed to do that, didn't she? Because if I didn't, I get lasered or something? Well, no, then this just doesn't have enough room to go. Are you sure? I'm not. I guess the issue is this falls in the radiation and I can't move it farther after that. Yeah, and I get lasered. That too. Could I have stacked those 2 differently? Go back far enough and you'll get a chance to mess with Virgil. Okay, well if I'm going back that far anyway, can I get a chance to mess with Virgil? Okay, well I'll just sort of vaguely remember what I did here. Hopefully. Good luck with that. I should have made a save. I didn't. Okay, so at this moment you can save yourself, Virgil. There we go. Right, you're primed to push right. Guppy. Things you did looked approximately like this. You got that far enough over to get the L shape on it. Some of this went here at some point. Is this that point? L shape goes like up and is the one that deals with the rock. Mushroom falls down. Yeah, so all that happened.
Well, look at that thing up by the starfish.
I think
then.
the precarious balance of this little noodle
The
here is something I'm gonna have to manage carefully. See, don't I have a problem here though? I do.
I should have seen that coming.
I can't do this. Wait, but I can do this and... No, I can't. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm thinking of it wrong. This is fine, because I can lift from here. Okay. Yeah, I need this one more to the right. That's what I think I'm... Oh, I can't have that. Unless maybe if I stop off right here and do it? I think that's legal. Yeah, no, radioactive thing. Okay. Well, what if you go 2 to the right and I still can't get around? What if you go 0 to the right and I still can't get around? What if the noodle was 1 to the left? I'm around. I've done no work though, so this didn't change any states. They put that thing in the mushroom. That might matter. Let's perch the noodle on the platform. And I can deal with it later. And that's actually good because that thing was in a bad spot and now it's in a much better way, is it? I'm not sure. I'm gonna save again, I guess. Because I feel like it. Yeah, okay, so I can just ignore you and do that. Get the radioactive thing out of there. Cool. Now what? I would sort of like this here-ish. I guess it could be here-ish, that's also fine. I don't think the fork's compatible with that, though. Ordering. How is order? I'll try this. I don't think I'm gonna like it, though. No, that looks pretty bad. That looks very bad. I don't like it. As I suspected. So if I did this instead... Oh, I would die. If I did this instead... This would kind of be coming along, which I don't love. There might be ways around that. So this particular snarl right here. Solvable if I move this to the right. I don't want to move it to the right, though, because then Flounder is in a bad spot. Perhaps this comes along, like, on top of some stuff, and Flounder lifts it up and pushes that to the left with it? Yeah, okay, that's a plausible shield, but what could it come along on? Nothing as far as I can see. Yeah, we got some problems here. Perhaps at this point, if I can get these objects to behave themselves, which I kind of can't. Because no doing this.
Not again.
I think I needed this to stay above and out of the way. Yeah, it's like super in the way right now. But if I want to send it along... Now, hold on. But if this is part of my... well, but how could it be? It seems more like Guppy just has to not push this thing right in the first place. But, like, it can move back and forth for a reason, obviously. But no, that thing is super in the way. I need to not have allowed it to do that. How would such a thing be accomplished? Perhaps right here like this. There we go. There we go. That's preferable. Okay, then the order of objects that went down here was what? Perhaps like this? Plausible. Did I... Plausible, still. Here's my hat. I haven't moved the thing to the right. Hat functions. Hat still functions. L shape is in. Hat's not where it needs to be. Ah, and I did need to wear it. Drat. Wrong shape. If Virgil goes for another cycle, assuming that's possible, which it might be, maybe I could just pull this over here, pull it back left, pull it back right, and have stuff work? Plausible. You're not in a slot. I needed to disrupt those with Virgil when I was over here before, probably. That seems likely, because otherwise this would solve my problems, wouldn't it? Okay. Well, get ready to redo that whole dance again. Okay, I'm watching it in instead of watching it in reverse, let's save a couple of states here. So that was part of what I was doing. What were other important key moves? I had this propped up here, that seems like an important state. This was a very important state. And how far back do I gotta go? And just in case I forget this somehow. Not so far back. Okay. So Virgil. Back across. Back across. How do I disrupt any of this? Oh, I don't think I do I? Sure I do, like this. There. Unlocked. Okay, just that. Okay, okay. That was a key move. I made the other key move. This goes all the way left. Yeah, I think I can get the basic solve here. This goes all the way left? Or is it like one short of that or something? I think that is the correct amount of left. I do need to do this to rearm everything. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So Virgil has a two-way transport. Now, this was neat to figure out. Okay. Why was I so afraid of this puzzle? Because it looks super intimidating. Like, look at this thing. It's a facility of death and weapons and food. Three scariest things. I think I want the mushroom to fall. That's right. I push it far enough for the mushroom to fall. This stays about where it is, I think? Yeah, it stays about where it is. This goes right one and that's fine. This goes right one and that's fine. I lift the whole thing up and prop it on this. I sneak in here without doing anything else. Wait, but that doesn't do anything. Right? No, it does something. It puts this on the mushroom. Okay, so mushroom prop has been achieved. Then this can go in here. All right, yeah, learning the moves. So that was an important state. I leave that noodle there for a while. This goes here? Probably. Looks semi-believable. No, something seems wrong. Wasn't I supposed to go up one more? Like to here? Yes. Exactly there. One more. Okay. Radioactive rock dealt with. I remember it was important to do this instead of the other way. Noodle comes back out of here like approximately like that. I think this went in that order? Maybe? My hat goes here. Could go one farther. Doesn't need to. Okay, then Virgil does the rest. Whoa, 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 I went too far. I forgot what I was doing. I go this far exactly, then reverse course. Okay, and this is unlocked, so I can do it without a slot here. Cool! Oh, whoop, I've skipped an important step. That. There we go. Rearmed. Go here, rearm this just in case. I don't think I'm pulling that back to any direction, though. Like, I think I'm done at this point. Not with starfish or anything, but at least with a basic solve. Because I never pushed the laser shooter to the right. Guppy has free exit right now. Virgil has free exit right now. And Flounder should get the same at this point. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So if I'd fork this, then I would have nothing to help me get to the exit, and also the fork is in the way, so... Wow, how would you ever imagine getting that starfish? I don't know. My imagination's not good enough to have any idea. But... Flounder gets out. Virgil, sure, you're the one that I was put on, so you get out. And Guppy gets out. Okay. We didn't do anything, but we came here and we left safely.
Hey guys, can I change my mind?
You finally figured out that it's a weapons production facility?
No, I still think it's a cafeteria, but Flounder's idea is more fun.
Alright, neat. I actually saw the thing. Didn't get any starfish. I guess that'll be next time, trying to figure out how I can modify that solution. But now I can, right-click this and see what I did. So I have reference material. Problem with this reference material, I can't do it in the middle of a puzzle and still be where I was in the puzzle. I can save and exit and watch and come back, but that loses my undo buffer. And undo buffer is very important. I wish the undo system in this game worked a little differently. But, you know, it's an old school PC puzzle game. I should be happy that it has, like, multiple undo at all. Oh, it'd be unplayable without that. How fast can you go? Very. Very. Very, very. Extremely. Right. Anyway, cool. So I'll ruminate on those starfish for a bit and see if it's plausible to get either one of them next time, I guess. Let's take, like,
Cool.
just, you know,
It's an alien.
1 minute to look at what it would take to get these. Okay, one thing to note. If Guppy pulls this object all the way out... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Look at
7,
that
8.
conveyor
1,
belt,
2,
Flounder.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would go all the way down, potentially. If Guppy pulls this all the way out, she has another exit and wouldn't need to move the rock. Okay? This one. There was no relevance to moving this pipe, so it doesn't specifically need to be the fork that goes in there. Whatever pushes this pipe needs to come back out. What's a shape that has any possible potential for that? The mushroom. If the mushroom gets pushed in there, it could get pushed all the way through and fall. And the push all the way through could happen by flounder, so I would need something solid here with the mushroom on top of it. Which means he would need to make a stack with his tools here. So the mushroom would have to end up, I guess, like, on top of the fork over here. Or on top of something, I don't... Oh, okay. So if the fork is inserted with this part of it here, then I guess, like, the noodle is there and the mushroom is up on top. Then I have... Well, Flounder can just push the mushroom twice and get the starfish. But then I need the fork back, and it's entangled in there. Egg beater can't help. There's not going to be any leftward pull from, like, that L shape being hung here. There's no way I could go that way. This, again, doesn't have any leftward pullable hooks on it. Nothing from down here can make its way up there. This can't go far enough to the right in order to, like, get this little peg to pull something back from hanging there. And this also exists for some reason. Okay, so this seems much less plausible than this. Does it? I haven't really looked at how the egg beater would move. Some kind of support structure so that this is, creates a floor in this position? While that's up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, down here. Blank space 4 wide, 3 wide if I move this left one. That's too wide so it can extend by 1. That's too wide so it can extend by 1. That's still not enough. Am I bringing Flounder's hook over here? That's actually plausible. That seems very likely. Guppy gets a hold of Flounder's hook. With Flounder's hook alone, she can move the egg beater. Yes. Okay. So just Virgil pulls the peg over. Flounder sends his hook through. Flounder can get his hook back after it's been brought back again, right? If it's brought back to that position, which 1, 2, 3, 4, or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or no, the peg lines up with this, which lines up with this, which means that would be there, which means you would only go that far over. Even if this were left 1, that's no good. But anyway, peg comes in, peg comes back out. I guess pretend there's some junk in between. So that's fallen there. I can go down here and snag it. And then it's too far to the some direction. Huh. Okay, well, I think sending the hook to the left and then getting it back at some point is part of this. It's not too tall for that. It's an appropriate height. So yeah, hook goes here, Guppy uses it to pull the egg beater out. That's how this starfish is plausible. This one, I have no idea. But okay, that's my speculation. Alright, I'll see you next time to try and make some of those actually work.